ride, we ride. We ride, we ride, we ride. We ride.
Turn lights on.
Even when it don't come right.
What up, what up, what up? Double M's, it's your boy Keys.
And it's your girl Mandy. Ow, ow.
And we back.
With another video.
This time, just gonna take a little bit of time out and get down to the nitty gritty of some good marital conversations.
Conversation. Yeah, let's do that. We are going to be talking about what does being submissive mean to you in the marriage? Because when you hear the word submissive, or when the Bible says, wives, submit yourselves to your husbands, you have to really know what that means. And it doesn't mean the same thing for everybody. What do you think, babe?
You better start doing what I tell you to do, woman.
Whatever. That ain't what that mean to me. That ain't what that mean to me.
No, we get the wrong picture.
Or impression about things.
Yeah, when things are being said, or you hear a phrase like that when it comes to relationships. Mm-hmm. Indeed, the man wants the woman to, hey, it's not do as I say, but in some relationships, that's exactly what someone takes from it. But for me, submissive means being respectful.
Right, I agree with that.
That's what I take from it, because in order for somebody to be submissive, you yourself have to be submissive. And what are you submissive to? And I'm talking about in a positive way. So if you're not putting forth or showing somebody how to be properly submissive, what do you think they're gonna get out of being submissive to you? So respect is what I see for that particular phrase.
For me, being submissive, like he said, being respectful, I feel like it means, not doing what I want to do. But we know you're an adult, but you need to, consult with your husband about what you're doing, or your significant other about what plans you have, things like that. I don't feel like it's appropriate for you to act as if you are single in your marriage. You have some people who act single in the marriage, and we've done a video on that before too. If you guys want to check that out, the link will be in the description box below. But you can't be in the marriage making your own decisions, your own plans, doing what you want to do when you want to do it. I don't have to explain myself to you. I'm grown. I don't, that's not gonna work. You do have to be submissive. You do have to submit to your husband. Even with being intimate, you can't be all the time, I'm tired, I ain't doing it tonight, I ain't with that. Even in these videos, I joke and I'm like, I'm going to bed, I'm tired. But I do submit myself to my husband. Don't I, honey? You better stop.
Amen, Walls.
Whatever, you know what? I can't. Why you doing me like that?
I'm sorry, baby.
You picking on me. I submit myself.
You submit.
I think I do. I think I do a good job of
You
submitting.
think or you know?
I know I submit myself.
Scotty and Pippen know that's right.
You don't let me live that down. Well, I tell you the truth. Boy, I tell you. Can't do stuff in a marriage. I'm telling you, your spouse will bring it back up. Even if it's something so simple as that. So we were just bringing the question because some people feel like, yes, we're in a marriage, but yes, I get to have my money separated from you. I get to still make my own decisions about how I want to run my finances that I bring in the marriage. You have people that will come up with their own rules for marriage. And a lot of times their spouse is nowhere in the decision making. And the wife is not submissive, you know. I make the most money, I'm going to do what I want to do. Or, you know, I've been accustomed to living a certain way. You want to marry me, I said yes, but I ain't said yes to all of that.
Indeed. So, with that being said, it's two sides to the coin, and you can't do what you want to do, like Amanda said. And I'm gonna use this phrase very vaguely. You can't do what you want to do, but you need to do what has to be done. And I know some people think that what has to be done is, their perception of, I'm doing it my way.
Right.
But let's look at it in a positive, way. And they may think that their way is positive, but be on the outside looking in, or think outside of the box for just this moment.
Right.
All right. Doing what has to be done. Leading by example. The start of family. Everything is a learned behavior. The wife watches you doing things in such a manner, and you both are going through life to meet one goal and to start a family. Now, family is starting to grow. So your wife is with child, and now the child is born. Now the child that's born is watching two people. So what type of submissive behavior are you putting forth for this child to see these learned behaviors, for them to grow, into a person that's gonna have to be submissive, whether it's a man or a woman that you procreated.
Because you got to be submissive to the law.
Yep.
You got to be submissive to people on the job. There's submission in almost everything, in every aspect of your life. So why would you struggle so hard with it in your marriage? Is what most people don't understand. Most people don't understand that are submissive, because it's like, okay, I can go on this job and do what these people tell me to do, or I could compromise with these people very well, or I can go make sure I drive the speed limit, make sure I don't break any laws, I'm not robbing anybody, I'm not stealing anything. If you can make sure you're not, committing any crimes, you doing what you're told on the job.
Yep.
Why can't you have
going to a grocery store? Don't steal out of there, but pay the people.
Pay for everything you buy
when you go through the line. Put the shopping carts back after you utilize them.
And you do a lot of this stuff naturally. So why is it so hard
when you come home to be submissive to one another as a couple,
as husband and wife, and things like that? That I don't understand that. People do struggle with that though in their marriage. I ain't doing what he say, and I can understand why sometimes it becomes an issue, because you don't have a man that's actually leading you anywhere, and you feel frustrated with the situation, so you don't want to do what he say, you don't want to listen to him, you kind of like just have totally tuned him out. If it has gotten that bad and we're not working on anything or trying to put this marriage in a place of progression, then we need to go ahead and dissolve it.
Yep. And that's both of y'all fault, because you know why you in a situation like that.
Yeah.
So you need to assess the situation and put some Put some
ground rules in place.
Some rules, or set the pace for some things. Talk them things out. If that from that sit down things aren't working for them, then hey, we need to end this. And if y'all are meant to come back together, then so be it.
Right.
But this is what we're gonna stick to, the submission part.
Yeah.
And that rolls into that. But first you got to deal with yourself.
That's
If
true.
you're not submitting to anything, there's no way that somebody can totally be submissive to you if you're not showing proper submission.
And on top of that too, for a woman to submit herself to her husband, you have to know you have a good man that you can trust with your heart, with caring for you, to be submissive
to.
I can submit to Keys because he takes good care of me, because I know he has my best interest at heart. I'll never forget, I'm just going to tell you guys the story. Keys came home from work one day and he said that there was a lady at his job and she was kind of like complaining about her husband not being as helpful financially. Like, he doesn't want to work much. He's kind of lazy, it kind of like puts everything off on her, and it was making her frustrated. And I think the main thing was she was having an issue with how to communicate that to him without him getting aggravated or mad. First of all, you ain't bringing in no income, and you get mad because I want to talk to you about that. That's going to bring me to a whole new level. So I don't know how anybody could be that way in a marriage where they care about somebody and you're not willing to hear them say, hey, I need your help. I feel like I'm working way harder in this marriage than you are. Physically, I'm having to go to work way more than you're not even going to work. You're not helping out. And my husband came home, you know what he said to me? He said, babe, I want to make sure that I'm doing all that I can because I don't ever want to be that kind of man to you. And that made me feel so good to hear him say that. Not because we were having that problem, because we don't. But it just made me feel good to hear him say that, because it let me know he don't ever want to be that kind of man.
No.
He always want to be the best man he could be for me. And that's important. And you can submit yourself to a man that's letting you know, hey, I'm willing to work just as hard, if not harder than you. I came home one day and I was very frustrated with my job. Very frustrated. And my husband told me, you can quit. Because I got us. I don't care what I gotta do. I'll make sure we straight. Don't stress yourself out with them people.
It hasn't been a day we've been together that we had to miss a meal.
No.
Or didn't have a roof over their head. And if anything happened that things were to be taken away and we were left with nothing, we'll still have each other.
Amen.
And we both know how to grind. So we wouldn't be without anything. We still wouldn't have to want for anything.
And that's why being able to be submissive means being equally yoked together. People miss that too. We have to be equally yoked in order for me to be able to submit. Because if I'm equally yoked to somebody that God has for me, then I already know I can submit to this man. I already knew that Keys possessed the qualities of a husband before I married him. I already knew that. There were things, like I said, that he would do in my absence, or while I was at work, or while I was off with friends, or anything that he would do to let me know that I can take care of us, push come to shove. I can make sure we're straight. Sometimes women are married to men who can't figure things out without them. Everything is dependent upon that woman. The moment she's sick or she's ill and she can't take care of herself, or there's a moment where things are lacking, oh my God, you can't have, you'll sense a frustration. You will sense a frustration if you feel like you get sick and you feel like your husband is not adequate enough, or he's not equipped enough to take care of certain matters and things. You're going to feel like you can't submit to a man like that. And you're going to seem like you're controlling him all the time because he's not stepping up. Or it's going to be where you guys are constantly frustrated with each other. So even if a man doesn't know something, he has to be willing to learn so that he can. Like, there's been times
to better equip himself. So his wife can be submissive.
Absolutely. Because you know what? There have been one thing about it in this relationship. Keys will admit this. I'm the more computer savvy one. I don't know everything about computers, but I'm more computer savvy as far as running the computer. I can do the basic things on the computer. Keys, on the other hand, he has a little trouble with it, but he can figure it out. He has been figuring it out. But there has not been a time where I've been like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that right now, I'm at work. Can you take care of it? That he's not been able to take care of something. So that's what I'm saying. Like, in order for you to feel like you could submit to a man, you have to feel like you could trust that man with everything. I know he could take care of it. If I was, laying in the bed ridden, I couldn't get out the bed, I know that I have somebody that can take care of me physically, be there for me emotionally, cook for me, whatever I need, bills paid. I know I can trust that Keys can handle that. And those are important qualities that a woman are going to be looking for in a man especially when you get to talking about being submissive. If you a lazy man, you don't like to go to work, you out there cheating and messing around, ain't nobody submitting to you. I'm just gonna keep it real. Married or not married, you can say whatever the Bible say. Ain't no woman gonna do that.
Or I'm gonna just get a man with money, where you're still not being submissive to the man. You're being submissive to that object.
To what he has.
So in the long run, you're gonna find yourself in deeper mess getting into that.
Yeah, you
You're
still won't be happy.
have the same problems trying to get out.
So I think that's important that we understand that being submissive, you know, a man has to understand that he has to be a man that a woman can submit to.
And it's not about enforcing, do what I say.
No.
You need to submit to me.
Not about control.
It's not. It's not about control.
Yeah, submissive does not mean you control me. You know, it doesn't mean that.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna need y'all to comment on below on what y'all think submission means. We want to hear from you.
We want to hear from y'all.
All right.
Make sure you like, share, comment, share the video,
And don't forget to hit that bell.
Bing!
So you can be notified of all the videos that we have in store for you thus far and what's to come.
And check out the what? Epic Empire.
Bam,
The
bam.
links will be in the description box below.
All right.